Lucero, and today I'm going to be discussing some tips for traveling. Now these are mostly specific to traveling by airplane, but they also work for any mode of transportation that you're going to use, whether it's car, train, submarine, you name it. So I'm also going to follow up these tips with a TSA approved makeup tutorial, so please stay tuned for that. The first tip I have is to drink a lot of water. Now this is really important to make sure that you stay hydrated and that your skin stays hydrated. Now if you're traveling by plane, the high altitude will draw out the moisture and just make your skin feel really dry and maybe even itchy, so you definitely want to keep a lot of water in you just to keep you hydrated. Now if you find that you still have moisture problems with your face, try a facial spray, because these are really great. They create like a layer of moisture on your face and they bring water and vitamins back to your face. This one is Evian and it's kind of expensive. It's like $7 for an itty bitty bottle, but it's pressurized and that way the water always feels really cool. You can make your own facial spray. I'm not exactly sure of any specific recipes, but I know it's possible. I just prefer to carry this around. However, this won't replace drinking water, so this could be supplemental if you just want an extra layer of hydration, but you definitely shouldn't skip out on drinking water. The second tip I have is to not wear contacts. Now, I'm always in my contacts. I'm hardly ever wearing my glasses, but when I'm traveling long distances and it's just going to be a really long trip, it gets uncomfortable sometimes when your contacts are drying out and you're falling asleep. Like, you really should not sleep in contacts. It's just not good for you and it can be really uncomfortable. So what I like to do is, even if I want to navigate the airport with my contacts on, I'll make sure that I have my glasses with me and my contact case pre-filled with contact solution. That way, if mid-flight I'm really tired and I want to sleep and I want to take out my contacts, I have the option to do so. The third tip I have is don't completely forego your skincare routine. Now just because you're flying doesn't mean you have to just skip out on your entire routine. So if you're flying at night, plan accordingly. You know, take a nighttime moisturizer, take some facial wash. Likewise, if you're traveling by day, make sure you have a moisturizer that has sunscreen, because that's one of the factors for me that I didn't realize was making my skin turn kind of icky, was that I was completely forgetting to take any of my skincare products. Now this leads into the fourth tip, which is take samples. Now, or not necessarily samples, but travel sizes rather. Now, instead of taking your entire collection of skincare products, look for these little like travel size containers or sample size containers. That way throughout the flight, if you need to moisturize, if you need to cleanse your face, you have a little bit of product to do so. Plus, depending on the size of your products, you might not even be able to take the full size, especially if it's over 3 ounces or 150 milliliters, the TSA won't allow it. So what I like to do is just put the products that I use on a daily basis and are the very basic products that I need in small containers. So I'll use, like a toner in here, maybe a moisturizer in here, or even if I want to go smaller, these sample size containers are really great because you have, 1 or 2 applications out of it and it doesn't take up a lot of space. Okay, so tip number 5 is stay clean. Now I'm talking wash your hands as often as possible. Carry sanitizer with you when you don't have soap and water available to you, because airports and planes just aren't very sanitary. I mean, you could try to be sanitary, but regardless, people are going in and out, traveling all over the world, and it's kind of gross to think of how many people have touched the door handles, the seat handles, the headphones, all that sort of thing. So I like to carry sanitizer with me for times when I don't have access to soap and water, but I still want to make sure that my hands are germ-free. What I have is freshen up. I always like to carry travel toothbrushes and other sorts of things. That way before I land, I can go into the bathroom and just, spruce myself up. I like to carry around these wisps. They're basically like miniature disposable toothbrushes, and in the center each one has a little bead and it's filled with minty It's kind of like toothpaste, but it doesn't foam up. So it'll clean your teeth, and you could scrub away any plaque, anything that's left after extended periods of flying. Plus it has a little pick on the end. That way, if you have something stuck in your teeth, you can fix that. I also carry around powdered mouthwash. Now I think this is super duper cool. So basically what you do is you tear it and then you just add water. You swish it in your mouth and it's just like regular mouthwash. I also like to carry around facial cleansers. Now this is from Dove, and the cool thing about this is that it also just needs water. So this is just a cloth and it's already infused with soap and the cleanser. So all you have to do is add water, you kind of rub it around in your hands, and then you just clean your face like a regular towelette in circular motions. I like to do this before I apply any makeup that I'm going to be applying throughout the flight. That way I can just sort of get all the dirty stuff off my face, all the icky recycled air, and just from touching my face, I have that bad habit. But just little things are really good to have. Just that way you make sure that you smell nice, you feel nice, and you feel clean. Tip number 7 is to create a mini emergency kit. Mine is a little tin can that used to hold little chocolates. I've turned it into an emergency kit, and it basically carries bobby pins, Q-tips, nail file, safety pins, Tylenol, a Band-Aid. And what's really cool about it is that you just carry any little necessities that you think you might need while you're flying. So alternatively, you might need something else, you know, like motion sickness pills or double-sided tape or any other thing that might help you out in any situation. So this is cool because it just has a couple of the basic things you'll need in a very small package. Skip out on makeup almost entirely, at least for a duration of your flight. I don't sleep in my makeup, so I won't fly in my makeup because it just can clog your pores and doesn't give your skin a chance to breathe. I think towards the end of the last couple of hours in your flight, it's acceptable to put your makeup on, at least if you want to look nice for when you arrive. So this is the TSA approved makeup that I would apply during the end of my flight. The first product I'm going to be using is Rosebud Salve, and I'm going to be applying this to my lips, but it's not limited to just lip balm use. It's an all-purpose salve, so you can use it on cracked cuticles, on any dry spots on your face, on your elbows. You can even use it very sparingly on your eyebrows to sort of set them because it'll work like a gel. So it's just a really great product to have because it's multi-function. For the face, I'm going to be applying this Josie Maran Matchmaker Argan Serum Foundation in light medium. It's really nice, it's lightweight, it's self-adjusting, so I don't need to worry too much about it looking odd on my face. I'm sticking with something that's lightweight because I don't want something too heavy on my skin because the not necessarily dry, but the high altitude just makes my skin a lot more sensitive, and I think using a lightweight formula is just a lot easier to apply with your hands. If you can skip foundation, that's great, but if you do need some color, just stick with something lightweight or even go with a tinted moisturizer. So I'm only going to use one eyeshadow because that's all that I want to take. Now I'm using Urban Decay's Sin because it's a pretty universal color. It's sort of in between gold and silver, and it looks really nice everywhere. I mean, like all over the lid. It's also multi-purpose. You can use it as a highlighter for your face, which I'm going to do later, but first I'm going to get on with the eyes. I'm just applying this with my finger because I didn't want to bother bringing a brush on board with me. I'm applying eyeliner to my top line using Stila's Stingray. Next, I'm just going to apply a coat of mascara, and you'll notice that I'm not using an eyelash curler, and that's because the TSA prohibits eyelash curlers in carry-on bag. So you could technically take it with you wherever you're going in your luggage, but as far as taking it on the plane with you, you can't do that. To be applying highlighter to all the high points of my face. I'm using the same eyeshadow that I use for my eyes, and I'm going to run this along the cheekbones, the brow bone, the cupid's bow, and the chin. So for the lips and cheeks, I'm going to be using another multi-function product. So I'm going to be using the same lipstick for both my cheeks and my lips. And this is a Sonia Kashuk Satin Luxe Lipstick in Pink Punch. So first I'm going to be applying this to my lips. Now I'm going to take the same lip color and run it back and forth on the back of my hand. I've warmed up some of the product on the back of my hand. Now I'm going to be using my thumb to run it along the apples of my cheeks. That's it for the tips and the tutorial. I really hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!